Have you ever wondered about the existence of God and the mystery of life after death? The concept of God has been a subject of debate among scientists and philosophers for centuries. Two notable figures, Albert Einstein and Kurt Gödel, had intriguing views on this topic. Einstein believed in a pantheistic God, as proposed by Baruch Spinoza. This God was not a personal being who concerned himself with the fates and actions of humans. He did not see a possibility of life after death. His God was the embodiment of the laws of nature, not an entity with a personal relationship with his creations. On the other hand, we have Kurt Gödel, Einstein's close confidant at Princeton, who had a very different perspective. He believed that God was more than a person, capable of playing the role of a person. He perceived Einstein's God as abstract and less than a person, while his own was more than a person. Godel's belief allowed for a God who had a personal relationship with his creations. Moreover, Godel also believed in life after death. He stated, "I'm convinced of this, the afterlife, independently from any theology. If the world is rationally constructed and has meaning, then there must be such a thing as an afterlife." Interestingly, Einstein's own theory of special relativity seems to contradict his disbelief in life after death. According to this theory, time comes to a complete stop at the speed of light. This concept aligns with the belief in life after death, where time is often described as non-existent. As Dr. Richard Swenson noted in his book, More Than Meets the Eye, the laws of relativity have changed timeless existence from a theological claim to a physical reality. Light, you see, is outside of time, a fact of nature proven in thousands of experiments at hundreds of universities. I don't pretend to know how tomorrow can exist simultaneously with today and yesterday, but at the speed of light they actually and rigorously do. Time does not pass. As well, in a video titled Optical Effects of Special Relativity, we find that the three-dimensional world folds and collapses into a tunnel shape, with light being concentrated in the direction of travel as an observer approaches the higher dimension of the speed of light. Both of these aspects of special relativity, timelessness, and a tunnel to a higher dimension, are confirmed in near-death testimonies, NDEs. For instance, in his testimony, Mickey Robinson stated, "In the spirit world, instantly there was no sense of time. Everything on the physical plane is relative to time, but everything in the spiritual plane is relative to eternity." As well, Dr. Jeffrey Long, who has studied thousands of NDEs, stated, "Many pass through a tunnel and experience a bright light." That what we now know to be physically true from special relativity, namely, that it outlines a timeless eternity and a tunnel to a higher dimension, fits hand and glove with testimonies of people who have had a deep NDEs, is fairly powerful corroborating evidence that their testimonies must be true and that they are accurately describing the physical reality of what happened to them after death. This evidence from special relativity also, obviously, directly contradicts Einstein's non-belief in life after death. Besides special relativity itself contradicting Einstein's disbelief in life after death, general relativity and quantum mechanics also directly challenge Einstein's disbelief in a personal God. In the four-dimensional space-time of general relativity, we find that each point in the universe, much like each point on the surface of the expanding balloon, can be considered central to the expansion of the universe, implying an individual significance to each observer in the universe. Moreover, in quantum mechanics, we find that quantum wave collapse is centered on each observer. As Professor Andrew Truscott put it, measurement is everything. At the quantum level, reality does not exist if you are not looking at it. These findings from general relativity and quantum mechanics are pretty much exactly what we would expect to see if this universe were indeed created and sustained from a higher dimension by an omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, eternal being who knows everything that is happening everywhere in the universe. These findings certainly seem to go to the very heart of the age-old question asked of many parents by their children. How can God hear everybody's prayers at the same time? In other words,
Why should the expansion of the universe or the quantum wave collapse of the entire universe even care that you or I or anyone else should exist? Only theism with its personal God offers a rational explanation as to why you or I or anyone else should have such undeserved significance in such a vast universe.
In conclusion, while Einstein and Gödel had very different views on the concept of God and his relationship with man, our best modern scientific theories lean heavily towards Gödel's perspective of a personal God and life after death. In short, although Einstein may not have personally believed in life after death or in a personal God, Einstein's very own theories are now found to contradict him. Quantum mechanics itself also adds significant weight challenging Einstein's non-belief. While the debate on the existence of a personal God and life after death will certainly continues, one thing is clear: our best theories in modern science have a significant role to play in this timeless discussion.